Welcome back, everybody, to the Back Nine coverage of Round 1 of the 2020 Green Mountain Championships presented by Discraft. The world leader in disc sports, Brian Earhart here again with Tristan Tanner, and we are watching potentially history get made here.
Yeah, James Conrad is absolutely lighting up this Brewster Ridge course. 8 down on the front 9, which is absolutely ridiculous. See if he can keep it going. And then our other players are playing pretty solid rounds. It's been a pretty clean card for the most part.
Only a couple blemishes that we've seen from our players. I believe only 2 bogeys or 3 bogeys on the whole, front 9 for this card. We have 4 really solid woods players that win pretty frequently in the woods, so it's very fun to watch their differing play styles. But as we move into this back 9, we're looking at James specifically. He still doesn't have a free pass here.
Yeah, he still has a lot of the trickier, more punishing holes left on this course. And yeah, see if he can keep it going. A couple other players, Dan Brooks-Wells and Nicola Castro, both at 7 down, and then a couple other solid scores from the rest of the field.
And hole number 10 is a par 3, 470 feet. I love this hole being injected into the middle of the round. We're throwing all these technical flip-up shots, and now we have to just pound one down the hill.
Yeah, it's really... You have to really be penetrating forward the whole way, not a whole lot of right or left movement, because as soon as you start going either direction, the downhill just catches it and takes it that way.
And the ceiling here is also something to note. If you want to throw a higher shot, you have a smaller gap to hit as well. And James has yanked it just a bit. And that was really one of the first average drives we've seen from him.
Yeah. Need some flip. Good kick back to the center.
If that flexes out, it might be great.
Oh, it's coming. Oh, beautiful shot.
That's a park job for Nate. And a trash ball from Andrew Fish. At least he's honest with himself. Tim's ringer just a little bit short after clipping that branch.
Yeah, good approach shot there from James. Fish might have a little jump putt possibly. Depends on what his lie is here. Never mind. Got his foot way up on a rock.
Just a smooth putter flick from Fish. Tim with an unfortunate bogey there.
Another great scramble there. Nate with a drop-in birdie, something you don't see on this hole very often.
You have to throw such a committed shot and control such a long flex line downhill. Sometimes sneaky wind, that kind of catches your disc. So no matter who you are, that's a fantastic feeling birdie to get. And this is my personal favorite tee shot on the course. Hole number 11, par 4, 615 feet downhill the entire way. We're throwing this long, slow flexing shot that if you do execute with a faster disc, you do have an eagle opportunity on this hole.
Yep. Yeah, it's really an interesting shot because you really want some early right movement, but then a very straight neutral flight after that.
Yes, this is a hole that players do spend quite a bit of time on in practice, just trying to make sure they do have the right disc for the shot, because any disc can flex downhill, but you have to have the right one to shape this fairway. Oh, no. A little bit too left from Nate, and that's where a lot of misses go, early left. James, I think that's a Wraith coming out of his hand.
Look to be
trying to challenge that ceiling. I think he was going for the eagle there. It's moving right.
A little bit high. Gets through. Down on the left side. The left side of the fairway on this hole is all just scramble. You could have a line. You might not have any line.
Yeah, it definitely is a slot machine on that side of the fairway. And yeah, no one really hitting the fairway on their tee shot here. Tim's got to go big flex sidearm. It's a solid shot.
Pretty good shot.
Always hurts to hear that.
James is a little skip backhand. Oh.
Man, he's just not catching some good late trees on some of these shots.
Man, every single one of them hit a late tree.
Yeah, this is showing the importance of hitting the fairway on this hole. There's just so many little bunkers that you can hit. Tim's laying up, walking out of there with a par. And here's James from about 45, 50 feet. From the knee with old Greenie.
Oh my gosh.
I would have left.
Yeah.
If he made that.
That would have been crazy. Nate with a great putt there.
Par in this one is totally fine. And again, a great putt from Nate.
Fish in the basket. I'd like to give a quick story about Emerson Keith. I heard that he was long left of the basket off the tee.
Wow.
In circle 2.
Totally gettable if you do hit that angle with the right disc. I've seen people go pin high, never deep. I don't think I've ever seen anybody get deep on this hole. But that's what I do like about the design. And we're going to move into hole number 12, par 3, 430 feet. Plays a little shorter than that. It drops off quite a bit off the tee shot. And we're moving left into this little area of trees. And, of course, the elevated basket.
Yeah, this is one where it's kind of interesting because for a lot of players, putters and fairway drivers could fly the same distance with how the shape is. So you're really just trying to get over the hill and then let it glide out. See, it catches all that air.
Playing a little pinball down there for Fish. He was so close to hitting that initial gap. That would have been a park job. Nate going a little higher. If it hits something, it should be good. About circle's edge.
Oh, great shot there from James.
Perfect shot. That looks pretty good.
Yep.
As long as it misses these trees.
And that rock, yep. That's just fine inside the circle.
Oh, this is a tricky one.
Oh.
That's one of those putts that you almost have to see which branches are weak enough for your disc to go through them. There's a birdie for Tim.
Yep. giving some love to the basket. Oh, Nate. A little bit right side. Just a miscue.
And that's what these elevated baskets do. They shrink the green. So if you do miss, your comebacker is probably going to be longer. Fish snagging the par. It just stinks to have that drive all the way down to circle's edge. And unfortunately take a bogey. Look at that scorecard.
So much green. Hole number 13, another pretty tricky tee shot. That you're playing a left to right shot, but you don't want it to necessarily go super hard right. It's just a soft turn, get somewhere on this road. An incredible drive is somewhere down here by the bridge. And then you have this straight shot into this green.
Yeah, and it's being played a lot of different ways. I see righty sidearm, I see righty turnover, I see righty putter turnover, and then lefties get to throw a little bit more subtle hyzer flip with like a mid-range or a fairway driver. I think it's a really great shape of the fairway. And that's a great shot from James.
Oh, yeah.
It'll put him in a decent spot. And I believe this is the same disc that Tim was flicking on one, and it doesn't seem like it's as stable as the shot that he threw.
Fish with another errant forehand. Wow, a lot of drift on that disc.
Yeah, similar miss to Tim. They're both going to be in kind of a rough spot. Fish is actually not going to be in a terrible place. Just pushes it a bit too far left as well.
Oh,
No way.
Wow.
Oh.
Oh, and that kick. It can be pretty rough up there by the green.
Yeah.
It's really tight. James going with that rock 3.
Oh my gosh, fade away from the bad footing up against the tree. Most players would step out and throw a forehand, and James just doesn't want to do that.
Nope.
Actually, a pretty good kick there.
Let's see what Tim can do from here. Looks to be an little overhand. Wow, that was really well done.
That was pretty scrappy there for Tim.
Oh, wow.
Let's go, Nate. Great putt.
Outside circle 2?
That looked like almost throw-in distance.
Edge of circle 2?
Yeah, let's look at that.
Yeah, it looked to be just outside. Wow.
I love that speed, too.
Yep.
He stalled it, put the nose up a little bit, so you know if he missed, he was going to be 15 at the max. Awesome after that 3-putt from Nate to get that birdie back. And there's an unfortunate bogey there for Tim, especially after that great overhand. And now it's finally James's turn. That's another birdie for James. He's throwing all sorts of crazy scramble, trick shot backhands. And we move into probably the easiest birdie on the course. Still no gimme. Uphill par 3, 255 feet. Plays about 280. The thing is, if you overthrow the shot, you can skip into this crevice on the left side, and this ditch gives you a much tougher putt.
Yeah, a lot of players are going to be playing this like flex line on the right side with overstable fairways, most likely, trying to skip it back to the basket. Not quite overstable enough there from James.
Got me yesterday, or 2 days ago.
And he's about pretty good distance from the basket still.
Nate was going for a little more flip of a hyzer, but he's at a similar distance that he just hit, so.
Nice committed line there from Tim. There it is. Park job. And I guess he was amazed.
I guess.
A little bit deep of the basket there. Still a good shot.
And this is a death putt. Wow.
Oh, man. Little let's go from James.
Yep.
Great birdie from Fish as well. Little celebration.
Yep.
This course has teeth. If you're not hitting your lines off the tee, it's really an exhausting round.
Yep. Moving on to hole number 15. This can be a really stressful tee shot because if you do not get over this rock wall, you are out of bounds and throwing from a drop zone. So you have to clear, and then you're trying to get through this gap and then finish to the left.
Yeah, not only is the OB daunting, the shape of the shot is really challenging as well. You don't just get to throw a standard hyzer with an overstable disc. You have to push the disc forward with something flippy and let it die out of its flight. Otherwise, you could be skipping OB left over the rock wall again.
Yep.
And that looks pretty good from where we're at.
Yeah, soft landing matched the hillside.
And
oh yeah, that's really good. Okay.
The suspense. Fish also throwing a great line. That's exactly what I was talking about.
Yep, a little bit lower, a little bit of filter.
I think this is a test flight vulture from Tim. And that's also really pretty. Awesome shot from Tim.
Great shot.
Wow.
Another committed line. Wow. Damn.
Awesome shot.
Nate said, haha, James, one-upped.
Fish just looking a little bit rusty. He hasn't been playing a lot due to COVID. This was kind of the first big tournament we've seen him back at for quite some time. Great birdie from Tim, back to back. Moves him to 3 under par. Okay.
He's been used to being edge of circle, so he just putted the same putt.
Same speed. He made a commitment this round. That's 4 in a row there from James.
What do you think flatness and stiffness on this?
Somewhat flat, neutral stiffness. Danny, this is a sick one.
Dude, I gotta get through all these today.
Cheers to a good day, gentlemen.
Cheers.
Yeah,
That's good.
It's a hard day.
That's great.
Hole number 16, 380-foot par 3, downhill pretty severely. Again, OB rock wall all down the left side. Any type of misfire and you could be kicking out of bounds. And this basket is super heavily guarded. There is an inside route that you can throw some sort of backhand turnover with, but there is also a left side backdoor route that you can take to just give yourself some sort of putt.
Yeah, this is one where it seems to be, if you go the inside route, you're going to be right of the basket. And if you take the left outside route, you're going to be left of the basket.
And James has kicked an inside tree way right of the,
Wow.
out of bounds and has kicked out of bounds, unfortunately. That is such an unfortunate break.
Tim going for that inside route, but just a little bit too high. I like this. A little bit of flex. Just needs to miss that tree. Oh, yeah. Sit down.
Wow, that had some pace on it.
Yeah, great shot.
Still about circle's edge.
Is that Comet again
I
from Fish?
believe that is a Comet that he's throwing. Look at that thing move right.
Wow.
So pretty. And I guess it was a trash ball, as Andrew Fish would call it.
Oh, sit down. Oh, getting some string out to see. They're really getting in there. Trying to see if James is out of bounds.
And I really do think it's a big move. I mean, to carry a little thing of string in your bag, because there's
Yeah.
a lot of courses we play that don't have rope.
Yeah.
And you are left to make these calls.
We'll flag it. That'll be James' first bogey of the round. Man.
Just low from Nate. And Fish has been giving himself quite a few of these long comeback putts, and he's actually hit most of them.
Yep.
Nice putt there. And there is the first blemish of James Conrad's scorecard. He moves back to 11 under par and almost breaks Greeny on the tree.
Yeah, that would have not been good.
I think he would have regretted that one.
Hole number 17. It's a right to left moving shot, but really it's just a straight shot with fade for the most part. You're not trying to get too much distance, because the more distance you get, the more it's possible to go left.
Yeah, I think this gravel road that winds through the fairway literally draws the line out for you. You don't want to go too far left. You don't want to throw something too overstable off the tee. Kind of par for the course. You really want to throw something neutral and get it to kind of ride down that left side. And that's a sweet line from Tim. I think that's that same vulture.
That's perfect.
Wow.
And then pushing that left side over by where that tee pad is does give you the hyzer backhand into the green.
Nate's leaking a little bit left.
A little bit more speed than Tim. Oh,
Sit down.
sit. Come on.
Oh, man.
Oh,
He might have a bit of a stretch outside arm.
might
there.
have something.
Sounds like we should be having Fish commentating.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet
Oh,
line there
wow.
from James. That's way up the fairway.
Yeah, really good shot.
He has a putter to the basket.
Forehand roller. Similar spot to where Nate was over there.
There's a ringer GT from Tim.
And that is on the pole.
Perfect shot. Little dainty spinny boy from James. There's another birdie for James.
Yep.
Another tap in. Yep. Good shot from Nate.
Oh. James patting that bounce back stat. Getting the birdie after bogey.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was really unfortunate, that huge kick that James had on the last hole to give him that bogey. We move into the final hole of the course. It's just a par 3, 345 feet. This bush in the middle of the fairway really shapes the entire hole.
Yeah, I think it is the best placed bush of any hole we
the
play.
Entire country.
Seriously, it seems like so many discs go into it. But yeah, if you miss that, you're going to be edge of circle or closer than that, and you're going to have a putt.
And Tim had told me about this kick. He threw a clockwise spin shot that somehow kicked dead right into those woods. Not a very common play. And Nate going high flex. Oh, so close.
Looks to be a T-bird on a slight flex.
Oh, gorgeous
That's-
shot.
Uh,
What a way to end it. Oh, my
Wow.
gosh.
Wow.
What a treat.
That was amazing. Oh, and this looks great from Fish, too.
And that's going to softly flex out.
Oh, man. That's how the hole's played right there.
Two perfect nose up, tiny flexes. And those are not overstable discs that they're throwing. That
Nope.
is pure finesse and feel.
Yep, nose control.
And Tim is in a really rough spot right now.
That's really a pretty good advancement from over there on that right side. Give himself a putt.
Just couldn't quite get a rhythm going today for
Yep.
Tim. And Nate giving himself a bit of a comebacker to finish the round out. Way to finish.
Yep. 4 down, solid round.
Definitely respectable.
Yep, something you can build off of. Tim at 3 down. Unfortunate bogey there to finish. Fish putting down a 5, solid round, and then James playing just an insane round. I can't even imagine.
I believe 1088 rated was the official rating. That was wonderful to watch. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed that as much as we did. We move into Fox Run tomorrow for round 2. A completely different course, a lot more OB, a lot more wind, a lot more distance.
Yep. Like and subscribe to Gatekeeper Media, and we'll see you guys in round 2.
We will see you in round 2.